welcome and welcome back to my channel. Oh, we got people in here already. Thank you guys. We got Mr. Elevated, Coach All Late. Shut up, Elevated. Hey, Jay. Hey, T. Yes, I'm super duper late because I had to check in on BFF real quick. So I was talking to him before I started the live. I don't know if y'all are even still in here, but I'm in here now. Hello. Happy Tuesday. Today's actually, yeah, he's okay. He's just he got some pains going on in his neck and stuff, but he good. And I just wanted to make sure he was all right before, I gotta be a wife first, y'all. I've been watching. I know I've been talking about this divorce for a few days, but I've been watching a lot of well, not a lot, but I've been watching some content on what's going on with Todd and Candy. And so I'm gonna give my thoughts on the whole situation and what we can learn from Candy and Todd and their divorce. If you don't know who Candy and Todd are, they are reality TV stars, I guess. Candy was in the group Escape, and she met Todd when he used to produce for the reality show that Candy was on. They were married for 11 years, and now they're getting divorced. Candy had a prenup, but it looks like that prenup might get overturned. What do I think about all of this? Okay, I've been watching like some stuff on their relationship and what was going on. So I think what happened is the dynamic kind of switched. So Candy became the man. Hi, Glenn. Candy became the man, and Todd became the stay-at-home mom. But Todd, in his mind and in his nature, he's a man, right? So he wants to be the provider. But unfortunately, he married somebody who's a gangster, who's a money magnet that makes money, knows how to do well in the business world better than him, right? However, with that being said, this is the thing that powerful women have to understand, or powerful women have to learn how to navigate. Just because you're really successful in the boardroom or wherever else, not the bedroom, child, the boardroom, if you decide to marry, right, then there has to be, you have to have the ability to allow your husband to be a husband, allow him to be an individual, and allow him space to grow into who he's going to become, right? You can't stifle a man. You can't stifle anybody, but definitely not a man. Definitely not when you're a public couple and there's all of these whisperings behind the scenes and he can hear them very, very loudly that he's Mr. Mom, he's Mr. Burris, you know, over time that is going to weigh heavily on his ego. And is it a wife's responsibility to massage her husband's ego? That depends on who you ask. I always think about and talk to my friends about this. Women, especially in 2025, we have come a long way, right? We can vote now. We can work. We can make money. We're still not making comparable salaries to men, but in the Black community, it's a little switched, right? The woman. Thank you so much, Tanner, for this, for the floating heart. So for the woman in the Black community, unfortunately, most of the time, the women are the ones that have done really well for themselves. They've been more highly educated, making more money, making lots and lots of money. So what that leaves you is the higher you go up, the harder it is to find your counterpart, a Black male counterpart. And most Black women want to marry, if they do want to marry a Black man, right? Like we don't, a lot of us, I'm not saying everyone, but many of us are not into the swirl. We're not into that. We want a Black man. And the higher you go, the more money you make, it's more difficult to find your counterpart that isn't either an athlete or whatever else is out there that's making big money. So it becomes difficult. Oh, thank you, Warrior. I'm just here talking. What did T say? T said he knew how. I should have put my glasses on. He knew how she was before they got married. Okay, I think I feel you, T. But there's a difference between having an idea of a person in the beginning and actually living with them for 11 years. I think what happened over time is he thought, and this is probably his mistake and a lot of people's mistake, right? He thought that he could change her. He thought he could soften her up. He thought that over time she would take his name, she would be more open to business ventures with him, she would be more open to uh, being more submissive once she started to trust him and started letting her walls down. But the bottom line is she never really and truly started trusting him because when she gave him an opportunity with businesses, they failed. So, it's tough. It's a tough situation, but I always think about like like women have this task of, if you're successful, like really successful, and you've made it on your own pretty much, you're gonna have a tough time finding a man that is your equal, a man that is your equal. So I think that's why we're seeing a lot of Black successful women, and there are quite a few. There's quite a few Black women that are doing very well for themselves. They're even starting groups where a bunch of single Black women go on vacations together. They travel together. They do things together because they can't find a man that is of their level, and they refuse to date down or refuse to marry down. Okay. Specific. I really need my glasses, child, and they at my desk. Specific. Wait, hold on. Are they at my desk? What is that? Ooh, please have glasses in here, child. Ooh, Mama blind. Don't say that. I ain't blind. Don't say that, girl. Don't say that. Don't speak that over your life, child. Your eyesight is just a little compromised. Elevator says, "Save him, Captain. Save him." Wheezy. Oh, Wheezy. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. If you don't like my wig, that's perfectly fine. What I suggest, though, Wheezy, is you take write horrible wig on a piece of paper for me. Do this for me, okay? Write it on a piece of paper, okay? I want you to ball it up tight. Make a nice big thick ball, and then I want you to bend over and shove it where the sun don't shine. Can I get an amen? T says they had business ventures, but yep, they didn't do good. Yep, she still was going to what? I think I'm gonna have to go get my class, like for real, son. Like I could hardly see. Let me see if I bring it close. No, Lord Jesus. They had business. Yeah, you gotta laugh at yourself, yo. If you don't laugh at yourself, you will cry. Oh my God. They had business ventures, but yeah, they didn't do good. She still was going to go use her name and likeness. She better put everything in my mom. What? She better put everything in my mom or in her mom or daughter name. I think she did. I hope she did. I think she did. I feel like Candy's pretty smart when it comes to her business. And he had an issue with that too. Like he wanted her to take his last name. And I understand his side of I understand his point of view too. Because why get married, Candy, if you're not willing to bend, if you're not willing to like take your husband seriously and his feelings seriously, why get married? Don't marry him. Don't get married. You got married. And in marriage, there's some type of compromise that has to happen. And if you're not willing to compromise, and if you're just going to say that everything is mine, it's my money, I try to help you, it didn't work, and you always belittling him, what do you think is going to happen? Over time, he's going to, his balls are going to drop and he's going to break out. He's not going to want to be up under you like that all the time, no matter how much money you have or not. So my thing to her, like, no, there's never one person that is right or wrong in the marriage. Both people are wrong. Both people have done something to cause the marriage to fall apart. And is he, he's not, obviously he's not perfect, because maybe he doesn't articulate and he's not able to communicate how he feels. The way that he did it was he created a podcast. He sat down with her while she was getting her makeup done and did a podcast with her. And in that time, he would take topics, which were just him telling her how he felt. But maybe he felt like he couldn't be heard just talking to her. And he brought that, he brought it to the public as podcast topics. But the podcast topics were specific areas of dissension in their marriage. And it's like, as they're speaking, you can see the communication breakdown. Candy, who is used to being a boss, the way she speaks and the way she speaks to him, she really doesn't allow him to get out his full thought. Like, he has to keep saying, let me finish, let me finish, let me finish. Listen, listen, listen. He keeps saying that. And she's talking, he's not listening. She's talking, he's not listening, because he's waiting for a spot to jump in to talk. And then he's talking and she's not listening. I'm like, y'all communication was all the way off. And that's just something that I think happens in marriage. But I'm not going to be one of those people that completely jump all over Todd, like, oh, he was just a money grubber and all of that. Is some of that true? Maybe now that he's leaving her and he realizes he's not going to be able to have access to the same lifestyle, so he's going to want some money. But the other flip side of that is, if you're a man, if you're a woman, and you want equal to men, right? And you're making the money and you lead with your money and you're constantly talking about how everything is yours, you built this, you sound like a dude. You even positioning yourself like a dude. So guess what? If you're positioning yourself like a man, you can't want that title and not be willing to take all that goes along with it. If you were the man in the relationship, if the roles were reversed and Todd was Candy and Candy was Todd, there would be no question that he would get that she would get alimony, right? But the roles are the other way, and everyone's like, he shouldn't want money from no woman. It's a different situation. It's a different situation. Now that I've sat and thought about it and really like broke it down and went back and looked at some of their interviews and stuff like that, it's a different ball game. Like, this guy, he's gonna get some money. He's gonna get some money, and a lot of women are gonna be pissed. But we want to be a boss. If you want to be a boss, you got to take everything that goes with being a boss, and everything includes alimony. Weezy said, "Do this for me, lose weight, chubby." That was so corny. Okay, Weezy. I'm not even gonna read what you're saying because it's really not that funny. Hi, Philip. Hi, Ezra. I already told you what you could do. Did you do it? Write it on a piece of paper, right? Fold it up and shove it up your ass. Okay? Jaya, hi Jaya. Mr. Doubtful says, "Damn, those mommy milkers are huge, aren't they? And they sit up nice and pretty too. And they firm. Look, firm. Mm-hmm. And I'm 46. Isn't that something? Anything else you want to talk about other than my boobs? I wonder how is the service today, guys? Is how's the sound? Do you hear static or is it okay? Wicked says, "Got milk." February. Hello, February. How are you, dear? Good afternoon. Somebody sent. Oh, that was somebody earlier. I'm doing well. How are you doing? Ah, my neck is killing me. It's static. I don't know why that is. It's really pissing me. I know it's February. You're not good. I know. I know. Did you call those people I told you to call? Ooh, I got pain in my neck right here. Did you call them? It's your phone's mic. Oh, could that could be it? I need a new phone then. Maybe that's what it is. Because it's not the service. It's my phone. Huh. I wonder if I could go live. I would have to end this live though, probably. I got my laptop with me. What's up, James? Because the stream so it's my phone. It's the mic in my phone. But when I make a phone call, they don't hear that. It's really annoying. I'm so sorry, guys, that the sound is messed up. I hope it doesn't make you want to leave. Hang out with me for a little bit. Oh, oh. Lift up the phone. What you mean lift up the phone? Hello, 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 hello. Yo, 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 yo. Maybe I'll do this. Is this better, Fucker? You're right, but T says, "Oh, thank you. What's up, Gay Star? How are you? Welcome to the live again. How you doing?" T says, "You're right, but again, he knew if he wanted a lady that would honor him more, why choose her? He has to take accountability for his." Yes, he does. Oh, it's the mic. Okay, I'm gonna get a new phone. I definitely have to now because, child, I hate getting a new phone because you gotta. Even though they've made it a lot easier now, I still don't feel like it. I'm going to. Ooh, instead of getting a brand new phone, I don't know. We'll see what I do. Oh, my neck is killing me. Hi, Jay. Jay said, "You got a nice target with that forehead." You think I got a big forehead? You think I got a big forehead? Let me see. Yeah, it's a 5 head. No, that's 4 fingers. It's a forehead. See? No, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a new phone. It's time anyway. I think I have a 12, iPhone 12. I think I don't even know. I don't keep up with all of that stuff, guys. Jay said, "Nah, it's perfect for when I'm aiming a lot of space." Hey, cuz. Cuz said I got a 13. I think I have a 12. I'm not sure. I forgot. It might be a 12. I don't stay on top of the. What are they up to now with the iPhone? Because you know what it is? You can upload the. All right, Jay. Thank you so much for inviting me to your Vienna sausage party. I appreciate you. Arsal. Arsad? Hello. Welcome to the live. I think 17. Yeah, I'm not really up on like getting the latest iPhone. I don't care. You can update your phone and you'll have the same software as the brand new phone, Joe. Wicked says Android till I die. Whatever. I'm not listen, I'm the only reason why I've stuck with Apple is because it's just easier. Like for me to transfer all the way over to Android at this point would be a pain in my behind. I have a MacBook, I have iPads, it would just be a pain. So I don't cape for any company that I ain't making money off of. So whatever. I I'm not one of those like Team Apple, you better have an iPhone. Who cares? It's a phone. A phone is a phone is a phone. I just happen to have Apple. Yes, I'm at work, Jay. Victor said, put your feet on the desk. That is very poor etiquette. I wouldn't do that. Uh-oh, triple X. What's going on, our side or whatever? I don't know what kind of Wicked is laughing. You laughing at my Vienna sausage? That's what I say whenever somebody invites me to their lower region. I'm like, they're inviting me to their Vienna sausage party and they're saying nasty things that I don't want to hear. I don't want to be a part of your Vienna sausage party. No, thank you. I prefer beef. Maki says boring, boring, boring. If it's boring, why are you taking time to actually comment? Just leave. Just keep scrolling. Like that doesn't make any sense. I would if I thought somebody was boring, I wouldn't waste my time waste time to put a whole 3 times of this comment saying boring with some kind of plant or whatever after. I wouldn't do that. I would just keep scrolling. So welcome. How are you? Thank you for engaging. I appreciate you. Wicked says, yeah, I get it. It's difficult to swap out when you use all the devices. Yeah. And I'm really not team anything. It's just whatever's easier. And I actually do like my MacBook. My MacBook needs to be wiped down right now. Do they have wipes in here? Well, yeah, I have a nice computer. I don't think I can switch my live to my laptop. So I would have to end this live and then go live on YouTube. That would be nice if you could switch it. Let me see. I don't think so though. I don't think I could. She want that meat. Yeah, I like beef. I don't like no damn Vienna sausage. But I get it when guys into my live and they start talking about boobs because that's the first thing you see, and then it makes you want to talk about other things that secrete from your bodies. And I appreciate that your bodily functions are operating, but I don't, I don't want it. Please, 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 I don't want it. What's up, Derek? Look. Ow. Derek is petty as hell. Boobs. Ooh. What's up, Cloudy Boy? I mean, how much I gotta dono for jumping jacks? Actually, I did jumping jacks last night in my workout class. So you could get all your whole life if you go watch that. You can watch the boobs jump up and down. Go watch my live from last night and make sure that you donate. Give me a couple dollars in my super chat. I'd appreciate it. I'm in pain, guys, so don't mind me. I would appreciate it. Yes, Wicked. I have a workout class. I do a live workout Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Pacific Mountain Time. It's live right here on YouTube. Ooh. Ooh, what he said, T. Spark said, hey, Spark. How you doing, boo? Yeah, so I do that every day, pretty much. And right now I'm doing special classes. I do one on Friday and one on Sunday morning. Wicked said, looks like I'm getting back into fitness. Yes, come through. I'll be there tonight. Tonight we're doing upper body work. So come through. 7 o'clock. It's totally free, guys. Like, I don't know. If I was looking to like get into working out, you heard about the Russell Wilson stuff when he invited. No, what happened, T? Let me look it up. Hold on. Let me look it up, girl. Ooh, my. Ooh. This gotta go away because I need. Ooh, I can't sit like that because they really sit up. Lord Jesus. Let me see if I can put my chair up a bit. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna stay like this. I was gonna try and sit back, but I mean, I can't help how they already do. But if I sit back, then y'all really gonna be like, "Oh, she, yeah, look it up for us." Look, shut up. I don't know what that means. F, whatever your name is. Okay, we hiding all of that because nobody cares. Okay. Yeah, hide. I don't know. If you say the same thing twice, 3 times, oh, you. Oh, goodbye. Goodbye. Yeah, nobody cares. Goodbye. Teammate has a podcast. He was calling Russ weird because his family wasn't there. His family wasn't. Wait, I gotta look it up. That's the thing with that's like chat. Sometimes it's like, huh? When you gotta read something. Okay, let's pull up. Ooh, what's that noise? 3 new messages. Vibed. Okay. Done. All right, we got internets. Google. Ooh, Lord. Russell Wilson. Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving drama. Okay, where was I? Damn, I wish they just gave me like a synopsis. They have all these videos. Okay, let's see what she's talking about. Ooh, my neck. Don't disrespect the family. Okay, come on, Sherry. Why it's not playing? Oh, I need sound.
You do, you better be prepared to answer to his mama Tammy. Yeah, and it's no secret because everybody's been calling Russell corny. Okay, so 2 weeks ago, his former teammate Trevon Boykin said he was once invited to Russell and Sierra's house for Thanksgiving. He said Russell is weird because none of his family was there. Take a look.
I went to his house for Thanksgiving. The weirdest feel like he catered. So no, you know, like, bro, I come from a traditional country black family. Doing that. If I got as much money as Russell Wilson, my whole family would talk about me so bad if I didn't fly everybody out for Thanksgiving. It's literally him, Sierra Daddy, me, Noonie, Baby Future, the chef, and 2 nannies, and 3 dogs.
Okay, Russell's mama Tammy saw what he said, and she.
I hear it, right?
She wrote, "I'm his mom. It is none of your business. I am so tired of you men cutting down on my son. Now, I made plans to stay home because I wanted to fast the 4 days before year's end. Now, Russ thought enough of you, who has a criminal history, to love you enough to invite you over. Russ, though, will forgive, but not again." Oh.
What do I have to say about that? First of all, everybody's family is different. Just because your family is country or whatever you said, and if your family will cuss if you didn't fly everybody out, maybe Russell Wilson's family isn't like that. I didn't spend Thanksgiving with my mom and dad. Does that make me weird? Like, he's grown, and maybe this Thanksgiving they wanted to keep it small. They invited your punk ass over for you to go and broadcast all of this. Like, mind your business. You getting a snapshot of their life for one day. Maybe that year they wanted to do a small Thanksgiving. Not every year you're gonna do this monstrous big old Thanksgiving. And that's the thing. That's the mentality. Thinking that you gotta fly everybody out and you gotta this and have or spend all this money all the time. You turn around and you are broke. That's what I think. But what y'all think? Thank you. I am only 3. I don't know what that means, but body is amazing. Oh, body is amazing. Oh, thank you. Teammate had a podcast. He was calling Russ weird because his family wasn't there. Yeah. First of all, why would you talk about that on a podcast? These podcasts gonna be the death of some of these people. Like, stop talking about stuff. And then maybe, and you know what I'm saying? Like, and then you gonna call him Baby Future? Like, what is that? First of all, Russell Wilson. I keep wanting to say Russell Simmons. Russell Wilson has adopted Future, and a lot of folks were saying, "Oh, Ciara dead wrong for that." But again, we don't know what the situation is. This young man is living under the roof of Russell Wilson. Ciara is married to him. Future is probably setting all over the world and has several other children. He's still his biological father. However, Russell Wilson lives in the home with him. Do you know how hard it is to have to make decisions, to do whatever you have to do, traveling all over the world, doing all the things you have to do, and have to deal with trying to get in touch with the biological father who's not in his everyday life when the man that lives in the house with him is? I mean, I know, I get the feeling behind it. Oh, that's my son. He gonna carry my name. Da, 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 da. Well, if that's the case, then what we really need to be talking about is, as a community, stop having babies outside of wedlock just because you find somebody cute and you want to get them pregnant, or as Jamaicans say, you want to breed them. These are the consequences. Find you a wife and have children there. Not saying that you can't get divorced down the road, but if you're in a more stable situation, even in divorce, you would be able to divide assets or divide the children or whatever you got to do. But anyway, that's just my 2 cents on all this shit. Everybody's like, oh, she needs to do this and that. Y'all don't understand the logistics of being in a marriage. That's the problem, Chuck. We don't get married no more. Everybody want to just bust it open and have kids, and the only celebration you're having is your baby shower, and there's no more weddings. And oh, it's only a piece of paper. It's a little bit more than just only a piece of paper. Trust me on that. Anyway, sorry guys. That's just my 2 cents. You don't have to agree with me, and I'm perfectly okay if you don't. So please, we can talk about it, baby. Yes, that mama came back and said we have our own money too. I'm sure. It was like 10 years ago, and he's talking about it now. Exactly. And you don't even understand like why they were doing a small. Maybe they had been all over the place, or he had to play the next day, or whatever they had to do, and they just wanted to have a nice meal, and they invited your punk behind there. Sparks say, yeah, that wasn't nice of him to say he's weird. I agree, folks ain't doing a traditional thing anymore. Exactly. A lot of people aren't. And they can do whatever they want. Kelly says, where is the closure? Is that synthetic way? I hate this synthetic way. You have to get a real wig. What? When you have your own family, you can create your own traditions. Exactly. And then maybe at the time, you never know, maybe Ciara or Russell, like both of them, they were getting ready to like, I know that's in the middle of football season, so he's playing football. So obviously he can't go crazy eating all kind of foolishness. And then Ciara, you know, I don't know what her situation was at the time. Maybe she was touring, who knows? So maybe they didn't want to tempt themselves having like all of that crazy Thanksgiving food. So they hired a chef, had a nice meal, and that's it. Like, what the hell? I don't understand what the problem is. T said Future had to sign over his exactly. And the only way he's gonna do that, there's something called an identified surrender. I guess it's a different term depending on the state. But that's when the parent, the biological parent, signs over their rights voluntarily. Who knows? Maybe he did that. We don't know. And maybe he was like, "Oh, this nigga want to take my kid, fine." But then once the once the world got wind of it, then he probably started wanting to change his tune. But behind the scenes, he was like, "Here, take it." Who knows? Exactly, T. That we know of. We have to say that. That I have to say that. None of this that I'm saying, I know to be true. I do not live with Future. I do not live with Ciara. I do not live with Russell Wilson. I'm only speculating. I do not live with Todd and Candy. I'm only speculating based on what I see on social media and what I have gathered throughout the years. Okay. What's up, Bala? What do you think about sex education? I think it should be mandatory in every school. After the child, like in middle school, money is only a piece of paper, but people still want it. Clock it. His family was at a tournament in Florida. Exactly. Like, mind your business. Everybody's family isn't like that. And Thanksgiving, especially, well, I know for my family, we are Jamaican. Jamaicans, I mean, if you come to America, Jamaicans are going to turn Thanksgiving into their own thing. But it's not, when you're in Jamaica, you don't celebrate Thanksgiving. When you live in England, you don't celebrate Thanksgiving. It's an American holiday. And I don't know what his family origin is, but Thanksgiving might not be that big of a deal in their family. It might be a big deal, especially in the Southern family. Southern family, I would love to go down south to somebody's Southern Thanksgiving. Oh my Lord, gee, it probably is the best food in the universe. Bala said, "Why do people get HIV? From unprotected sexual encounters with an infected person, dear. That's how." Jay says, "Oh, my girl T is in the building. Hey, T." Jay said, "I love Ciara and Russell as a couple and as a family, and sorry for the misspelling." You good, but I'm talk texting because I'm driving and I don't like that Ciara wants to change baby Future's name. I think I think I don't know if it's like she's completely changing it. I don't really know, but if Future signed over his rights, and if Future is thinking, well, he has my name, Future, like the Future name. I guess that's his stage name, though. That's not his real name. But maybe in his mind, I don't know. I can't speculate. All I know is I can understand why Ciara wants to change his name, because he lives under a roof where his other siblings all have Wilson as their last name. And Russell Wilson is the father figure in Future's life every day. And when you're raising children, the person that's helping you rear that child each and every day, rearing children is not easy. And people that are just easily like saying, "Oh, she shouldn't do that. He should just keep the name." Da, 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 da. Well, my counter to that is then Future should make himself available and make it impossible for Russell Wilson to be the sole father figure. Well, the sole active father figure in his everyday life, right? But he has so many other children to tend to. He's unable to do that. So many children under all these different rules. He's unable to be active on a daily basis. And until you have experience that raising a child alone, I mean, she's not alone, but luckily she has somebody that was willing and took him in as his son. So, I worked in that field for a long, long time. And listen, it's tough out here. Ain't no way you're a female. You're so right. I'm not a female. I'm a woman. You know what I mean? T said, Jay, I think changing his name probably is more for him. When you live in a house with everyone that has a different name, it makes you feel left out. Yes. Future don't take care of him. Why carry his name? Hi, Angel. What's up, Angel? Exactly, T. And Future's old enough now where he can voice those concerns. And the real issue, guys, that we gloss over a lot is all of this mass breeding all over the place, having children in several different households around the same age, being unable to care for all these children. It should be a mental health diagnosis. There's something not right there. That you have to pepper your seed all over the blood clot place. And then your children start to grow up and they hold resentment, and the mom has to move on. What's she gonna do? Just sit there pining over your behind while you flower the whole world with your seed? Or is she gonna move on and get with somebody else? And now when she's with someone else, they're building a home. That man doesn't want to spread his seed all over the universe. He wants to be with her, and they're under one roof. They have other children. Now those other children have his last name, and this one child does not, and he got his father's first name. He must feel like crap. His siblings, the people that he's with each and every day. And the other piece is his siblings. He knows, he's old enough now to know his siblings are living under the roof with their biological mother and father. And he's living under the roof with his mom, and the man that's his dad is not his actual dad, and his dad is out there being Future and not in his life. Think about that. Think about what that does to a kid. It has kids everywhere. Like we think too much. We try to coddle people's ego too much and not tell them the truth. Like, doing that is very reckless and irresponsible. Hi, Jason. How you doing? Jason said everyone can't cook. How you doing, Jason? Happy Thursday. What's this shit? Today's Tuesday, not Thursday. Happy Tuesday, baby. Jay said, I mean, I really don't know the connection between Baby Future and Future, but I do feel like it's not really something that the son cares for. Is more so for you don't know that, Jay. You don't know that. You don't know that because that kid is really hard. It's really hard to be in a household like that as a child. And the way that a lot of parents are raising their kids now, they're allowing their kids to speak up and say what bothers them, what doesn't bother them. And his father, he knows who his father is, but we don't know all of the logistics behind the scenes. We don't know how often Future makes himself available, or how often he's able to make himself available between, I'm pretty sure, a very busy music career and his other millions of response. He got so many kids. He was like, how many kids Future got? 12? Everywhere. Bala said, thanks for your support, dear. I really love the way you tell the things that really gives information in a formal way. Really. Oh, thank you, Bala. Thank you so much. She added Wilson onto his name. Okay, so she added Wilson. Okay. She wants to change his first name. She does? I thought she was just changing his last name. Okay. E.T. said, Michael, is that you? Okay. Tigo Bitties. Oh, all right. You're so original. I've never heard that before, ET. Never. No one has ever said that I have Tigo Bitties. Nobody. You're the first person. Wow. Jay said, I feel like because of the love in the household, they make sure to not make that feel like it's holding him back. I do believe that Russell loves all the kids as his own, but I understand. Yeah. Wicked said, let them cook. I'm doing good. That's good, Jason. Yeah, I feel you. I don't know for sure. Yeah, we don't know. We don't know. It's a very touchy subject, and I understand why people are very upset about it because they're thinking about their own lives. And most of the time, that's what we do. We look at situations from our own worldview and our own lens. But the beautiful thing about the job I had, it helped me. Not this job. This job, it don't really help me do nothing, but it teaches me other skills. But I'll talk about that another time. But it really taught me how to look at life through another person's lens completely, not my lens, not look at things through my eyes and my experiences. So like if I go into a home and I see it's a little messy, you know, you learn how to kind of shift how you think about it. Same thing with like thinking about a situation like this. In my mind, or in some other people's mind, they might think about it like their own situation. Like if they had a child with someone and then they got with someone else, but the father was still kind of available. We're not thinking about the fact that Future is a worldwide celebrity star, big star with 12 kids or 15 kids, however many kids he got. So even if he tries his best, how often is he really going to see Future? Like, how often? Unless he was that type of person to be like, all right, send him when Future's not in school, mind you, when Future's not in school, when Future's not in whatever sports or whatever extracurricular activities he has going on. I'm pretty sure they have him very involved too. Like, it's 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 a lot to it. These kids are crazy as hell. Hi, Roderick. Yes, Jay. Russ takes him to takes him to football practice. Yeah, I know he's an amazing dad. Herb, what's up, Herb? Said he got too many kids to be a great father, and that's the thing. Like he got to take responsibility for that. Those little babies, all of that, whatever you was doing, like spreading your seed, that comes with consequences. Those seeds, they grow up. They don't stay little babies in somebody's belly that you can come through and bust them down every once in a while. They don't stay that small. They grow up and they start having opinions and they start having life experience and they start having resentment because you're not there. And how are you going to handle that? You can't buy that. You can't buy you can't buy back resentment. That's not how it works. Wicked said, I have no idea what this is about. We're talking about Ciara, who is an R&B singer. Russell Wilson is a football player, and Ciara had a baby with Future, who is a hip hop star. Okay, so that's what we're talking about. Oh Lord, what they said. Oh, that's this guy coming in here. What's up, Dee Dee? Didn't I tell you yesterday to behave? She said, Future said he's busy. I will see them when I see them. That's it. Period. Pooh. Ciara might be the only one that's not pressing him for child support. Right. Right. Talking about I'm busy. Well, nigga, you should have got busy and got clipped. Or you should have been more selective with who you busting up in. How about that? Oh, she wants to change his first name. Professor X said, "Hey, Rain, no glasses. Yeah, I left them at my desk, and I've been struggling ever since, child. I'm back here looking like this here. Like what that say? I don't have my glasses on. Oh, my neck and my back. Sexy big titties. You are another very okay. I'll show you. I'll show that sexy, but when you start wilding, oh Lord, guy, can you behave yourself? Thank you, Pastor L. Trisha, hey Trisha. Wicked said thank you for updating me. Of course, she blinded in the back right now. Jay, I ate my lunch at 12. I had a salad, nothing special. I just had a chicken salad. I ate it at 12 o'clock because I was hungry. So I ain't save it for live. But Ciara looks amazing. And people are saying that she might be pregnant again. Good. Have more babies. Why not, child? Yeah, it was good, Jay. I've been, I'm back on my stuff, like no eating no bad stuff, nothing. I'm just drinking my water and eating and minding my business, child. But I hope that y'all, it is what it is. I'm going to speak what I think. But I really cringe when I see us with like, and there's multiple baby, like I pray, like I want our young Black boys and girls to protect themselves better. And don't be so quick to just have a baby with somebody. Like, get to know somebody first. And if you're not like, I know mistakes happen sometimes. I'm not saying that they don't, but I feel like the new culture is baby daddy, baby mama, and we've gotten away from people wanting to have have a family, have somebody that they're with, and have the child with them, living under the same roof. That's how we used to be. It used to be a shame and a shunder if a young girl had a baby out of wedlock. And I don't know if getting married is what everybody wants to do, but it would be nice if we could get back to like that family structure. I think that set us apart as a race or as a community, and that has gone away. Like, we don't see that anymore, and we're growing up with a lot of children. We're ending up with a lot of children that have a lot of resentment because their father wasn't there. And some people might say, I don't care. I don't care. Everybody I grew up around, they had no dad. Everybody did. And that makes me pause when I hear that. Like, everybody didn't have a father. Damn, what's going on? Like, what happened? And like, what the hell happened? Like, fathers matter in your relation, in the house. Having your dad, having your father, like having that figure, seeing well, if it's healthy, okay. And that's the thing too. Like, I don't know. I don't know where it went wrong, child. I don't know where we went wrong. I don't know what happened, and it's scary. And then the more I see on social media, young Black girls, and I can only speak for my race. I'm not saying it's only Black people, so please don't think that. But I'm speaking for my race because that's my primary concern, to be honest. When I see young Black girls and the first rite of passage event that they have is a baby shower, and the father isn't even at the damn baby shower, that pisses me off to the top of pissivity. Like, and I'm not trying to shame anyone. And if you are single mom, please don't take offense. I get it. Like, things happen, and you can be married. Like, I know somebody is going to say you can be married and end up a single mom. Yes, most definitely. And just because you're married to someone doesn't mean that the relationship is going to be any stronger or better. I totally get that. But what I just wish that we could get back to, like, more decorum in who we decide to have a child with. Anyway, Emmett came in here talking about foolishness. So we're not reading that. Jay said, if she is, that's great for her. Her body is so beautiful. Yes. Like, she looks amazing. Like, when I went to the Brandy and Monica concert and Ciara came out, she killed it. Like, her stage presence, she has all the presence. She looked good. She looked healthy. She looked fit. I was like, go ahead, Ciara. She sounded good. The crowd went nuts for her. Like, she is a star. No, for real, Jay. That's what's going on. Everybody's trying to get a money grab and have a baby, but that's in celebrity world. If you have a baby by a regular knuckle, you gonna struggle. That's y'all man's. Who man's? T said, facts. I didn't have a father around, but I am not gonna help others be a deadbeat. That's right. We don't want that. Doug asked do I hate being human? No, actually, I love it. Legend said, you can't run away from this love I got, baby. Oh, baby, you can't run away from my love anywhere you go. Okay, Legend. Thank you for saying that. Did you double tap the screen like the live? Have you subscribed to the channel with all your love? Did you tell your friends about my channel and say, hey? Trisha said, yes, it matters to have a dad involved. It does. It really does. And I'm not saying that sometimes fathers or sometimes the man in your life isn't the best representative. I'm not saying that, but just overall, when you look at like what's happening in our communities across America, not just in one area, we have so many baby mamas and baby daddies, and the baby daddy got kids all over the place. Like, and that's happening across the country. So we're raising a generation of children born out of brokenness. And that makes me sad. Like, it really does. It makes me sad. It makes me sad. I thought I said oh, JG. Oh, yes. Trisha, it's becoming way too normal. It's becoming something that just happens. Like, I had a baby by him. I had a baby, and what I really want young girls to understand, young women to understand, is every single time you have a baby, or anytime you get pregnant, especially as a Black person, a black or brown person, you're putting yourself at higher risk of death. Even Sierra, even Serena Williams almost died giving birth. They don't care about us in the medical field, okay? And you're putting your life in danger to have a baby casually for some guy that doesn't even think enough of you to put a ring on your finger. That shit makes me sad. Like, I'm getting emotional right now. Doesn't think enough of you to marry you and make a life and make a family with you, and you risking your life to have a baby for him because you don't want him to leave. Like, what has happened? Like, your body is a temple, ladies. Please. He said, my nephew said he is going. Oh, my nephew said he is gonna be a deadbeat. Y'all gonna make me cry. Like, this topic is really sensitive. This topic is really sensitive. Okay, my nephew said he is gonna be a deadbeat. I said, try it, and I'm gonna show you what you really don't want. I'm gonna f up your life, for real. But the fact that how old is he again, T? The fact that he's even saying that, like, even if he's joking, it's sad that that's a thing. That's sad. You know what I mean? That's sad. I don't know, y'all. Like, what? I don't know. what has happened to us. Like kudos and thanks to all of the men that stand up and do what they have to do. And I know that there's more men that do what they have to do than is recognized. I understand that, but I'm just thinking like that subculture of just having a baby with somebody just because. Just, and I get like sometimes mistakes happen, you get pregnant, but trust and believe there's enough birth control out here. Get yourself on some good birth control. Do not trust the pull-out method. Get yourself on, and then the first thing people say when I tell them to get on birth control ain't 100%. Well, it's 97%, child. It's 98%. It's 99%. That's better than zero. Way better than zero. Okay? Protect yourself. Protect your health. Protect your womb. Don't just be splattering it around the place. Hi, Zeta. How you doing? Welcome to the live. I'm here ranting. Don't mind me, but I'm dead serious. This topic is really near and dear to me, and I know that it's kind of sensitive because I don't want it to seem like I'm judging because that's not what I'm doing. I'm more of like a sociologist. I look at what's happening in our society, and I'm just commenting on it and the effects that it's going to have on us long term, and that's what I worry about. Like our race, our culture, what's going to happen when some of these babies are adults and all of us are starting to either age out or pass away. You know, like I'm saying age out, but you know what I mean? Like you up there, but you ain't worried about nothing. You just trying to breathe. I think about that. I think about the future of culture and what's going to happen a lot. T said he met at the kid's mama. I told him he needs to vent, call his friends, but them kids don't have nothing to do with them. Oh, this is the 30-year-old, right? T? Yeah. It's hard to, like as the father, like when you have issues with the baby mom, and I think a lot of that stems from, to be honest, like listen, if you haven't had a kid yet, when you have, or if you have, you could relate. When you have a child, that is the most intimate, the most scary, the most painful, the most emotional, everything all wrapped up in one experience, vulnerable experience of your entire life. You are at your most vulnerable when you're pregnant and when you're having the baby, and then after you have the baby in your postpartum. You're very, very vulnerable. You're very emotional. And I think gotta oh, okay. Can y'all hear me? Justin says stand up and do a 360. Wait, I'm gonna wait a sec. I don't see anybody saying anything. I'm gonna come out and come back in. Hi, is that better? Okay. Hopefully that's better. Yes, yes, I read that. What's up, Blick Adu? Children over 7 do best with the father in all metrics in a single parent household. Facts. Poor for real, poor baby. How you doing, Blinkadoo? Welcome. He mad at his. Oh, I read that one. Justin, hi Justin. Justin said more black women should be natural. Too many look like strippers now with wigs, weaves, lashes, makeup, BBL. It's bad out here. Refreshing to see natural black ladies. Are you speaking of me? Well, I have a wig on, but I don't wear makeup. I don't do the lashes as much. But I will put on a lash every once in a while, child. But I don't wear it like day to day. I just look. It is what it is at this point, child. I look like how I look. He says, stand up and do it 3. I don't want to. You know, my body is like a little. What's the word? A good word for my body. I'm not like super duper like. A little bit though, because I have large boobs and I have a big butt. It's not huge. It's not like super huge, but it's, you know what I'm saying. When I walk through, there's a guy that's in the cafeteria, and he calls me Spice. You know the dancehall queen, Spice. So if you want to imagine my body like Spice, but not as BBL, because I didn't do a BBL. I got a natural BBL that I get Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday live at 7:00. If you want to join those workouts, join. Okay. So I gotta go soon, guys. We're gonna cover it up because we're having a serious conversation. I'm gonna get hot as hell, so I might have to take it off again. But I bought this just in case y'all start acting up. Why do you straighten your hair like a white woman? Culture vulture. Okay. What's your name? Oh my God, Pinto Beans. Hi, Pinto Beans. Let me tell you what to do. Since you don't like my straightened hair, I want you to write on a piece of paper, right? Culture vulture. Write that on a sheet of paper. Okay. Then I want you to twist it like this and set it on fire. While it's still lit, I want you to take it and shove it up your ass. Who cares what you think? C says, no, my 31-year-old nephew doesn't have kids. I think this nephew is 25, 27, 25 to 27. I don't know how old he is, but I babysat the kids. I babysit the kids on Thursday. Zeta says, laugh my ass off. He says, stand up. I ain't standing up, y'all. Thank you, Zeta. Still very natural looking. Thank you so much. Men say they want natural women, but when we natural, y'all don't want it. Y'all say, but y'all don't know what to do with it. Y'all just be talking. That's the truth. And the other thing is, when they see, if you go in their phone, Professor, shove it up your A, Playboy. Yeah. Like lit, like light it on fire first. Punk. You got the right one, baby. Uh-huh. Wicked said, what I miss? You miss me telling, what's his name? His stupid comment? Pinto Beans. Calling me a culture vulture, which is impossible because any culture, you know what, YouTube's starting to kick me out, guys. Justin says, that thing, pink and juicy too. That is none of your concern. Again, people inviting you to their Vienna sausage party. I do not want an invitation. I did not RSVP. I do not request entry. I don't want it. So please, 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 please. T says, yep, I have locks. I don't know how many times dude have asked me to put a wig or comb them out. Wow. Yes, I did not RSVP to this party. I don't. I I didn't buy a dress. I don't want to go. I have no gifts for you. Yo, the thing is, like, sometimes guys will be like, "Oh, I want my girl to be natural, her hair, da, da, da." But what they really mean is they want a mixed girl, or they want like someone like that has like naturally curly or straight hair. They're not saying that they want a black girl with her natural hair. That's not what they're saying. They want an exotic girl with natural stuff, with hair down her ass and all of this. I really wish the self-hate would go away. I really do. Or we just get comfortable with the fact that Black women, like our hair is our crown, whether we decide to show it off to the world or not, whether we have locks, whether we wear wigs, whether we have our hair down our ass or not. Whatever we decide to do with our hair is our business. Why are people trying to dictate what we do with our hair? We have the most versatile hair. Do we not understand that? Black hair is the most versatile. We can braid it, we can straighten it, we can keep it real nappy, we can keep it real silky, we can do twists, we can do locks, we can do it all. And we have the only hair texture that can do all of those things and take on the texture of other hair, but return to our natural state. We have the like our hair is fire, and if we would just embrace it, that'd be great, and allow people to do what they want. My hair is always protected underneath my wigs, and the reason why I do that is because I work out very often. Okay, I work out very often, and I sweat in my head. So for me to feasibly be able to style my hair every day, I just this is the most easy thing for me. Just to be able to wear wigs, keep my hair in my protective style underneath, with my cornrows going straight back once a week, take them out, wash it, condition it, give my hair all the love, throw on my wigs. Leave me alone. And it's not because I hate myself or anything. This is the easiest way for me to get out of the house and sleep the longest. And that's period. So leave me alone. No breathing. Yeah, y'all is funny. Yes, we don't want that shrimp. Right. They don't like themselves. Exactly. I'm like, and doesn't your mama have nappy hair or doesn't your mama wear a wig? And when I say nappy hair, I'm just describing the texture. It's not derogatory. They have made nappy derogatory. They started calling it locks, dreadlocks, because what they used to say was that our hair was dreadful. 4C in the house. That's what I got. I got big 4C hair. And trying to style 4C hair every day after working out, I would have to. I don't even know what I would do with my hair every day. I have no idea. I would have to do locks. I would have to get locks, and that's enough. Keeps kicking me out. Yes, they stole solo said it's a lot of work. I understand it. It is. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work taking care of your hair, and and everybody might not understand it, but it's not for everybody to understand. Oh, thank you, Stay Solo. Thank you so much. And what's so funny about that is I don't have a skincare routine. You know what I do? I wash my face with my Dove soap, or sometimes if I'm feeling fancy, I'll wash my face with apricot scrub, just like this here. Huh. Like then, after I rinse it off with warm water, I'll put on a little moisturizer. And then when you massaging it and I'll have a specific moisturizer. It was whatever one is on sale. That's it. That's what I do. I drink my water and I mind my business. I don't let these mother lovers stress me out, and that's it. And thank God, know. Stay Solo said, "Wow, everyone can't relate." That's true. Like everybody's skin is different, but the one thing, the caveat, or the trade off that I have to deal with is I have eczema everywhere else. I get it on my neck, here. It's clear right now because the winter time is the best time for me. Um, the winter time is the best time for my skin. So a lot of the breakouts clear up in the winter, but in the summer, child, I'll be fighting for my life. So thank God I got a clear face. Aisha Smith said, "You are clearly bald." Okay. And, how do you, like, you know what? When people do stuff like that and say stuff like, oh, you're bald headed, this, and that, and the third, if you naturally have short hair and that's what God gave you, what are you supposed to do? Your hair's naturally short. Okay. Your hair's naturally short. That's what it is. Like, you accept it and you move on, right? But there are several reasons why someone can be bald. So pointing out that someone is bald is not really the flex you think it is. That person could be suffering from cancer. That person can have alopecia. These are all conditions that you get without your consent. You just get it. You understand? Or you just have short hair. Like, I don't understand. Anyway, short hair is a style of its own, regardless. Yes, it is. And you still have to style it. I did that for years. If you go and look, or y'all, you probably can't, you have to go on my Instagram. If you go and look on my Instagram and scroll all the way down, you will see all the different styles I've done. I've been doing this for a long time. I'm 46 years old. So I'm pretty secure in all different types of hairstyles. I've done my hair very short. You still have to you have to maintain that even more than having long hair. You got to maintain anything. But I appreciate you for saying what you need to say. No, you are just lazy and not willing to put the work in growing your hair in that. Okay. Aisha is like, I appreciate you, Aisha. You know why? Because you can call me lazy if you want, but if you go and look at my channel, you would see quickly that I am beyond lazy. Okay? No, I think what Aisha is dealing with, or what she's entitled to say what she wants. And it's interesting that she's talking about excuses and accountability, because that's kind of what I preach too. So I can't knock her. She can say whatever she wants to say. If she feels like I'm lazy, and she feels like um because what I said earlier was I it's easier for me to do this. It's easier for me to wear wigs. So if you call that lazy, hey, I feel you. And if you saying I disrespect my body, I'm not quite sure how you know that. Oh, okay. So she's definitely clearly not looked at my channel. It's okay, honey. Stick around. You'll eat your words soon enough. That's fine. If you think I'm lazy and obese, oh, you have not put the work into your body. Okay, hon. After this, I want you to go on a little tour of my channel. Or don't even do that. Just come back around 7 o'clock. Okay? Oh, she's projecting, guys. Look at this. Let's watch the projection. And then you wonder why black men don't want you. Uh-huh. Black men don't want they so I'm bald, I'm obese, I'm lazy. Black men don't want me. Uh-huh. What else? What else you got, baby? That's stuff like when you are healed, people can say whatever they want. It doesn't affect you like that. What else? Black men don't want me. I have no eyebrows. See, look, where your eyebrows? And then, sis, where's your eyebrows at? Right. What's so interesting that I want you to kind of, once you finish like saying whatever you need to say, what I want you to think about is you are watching a woman with no eyebrows, who's bald, obese, lazy. What else? Shiftless. What else am I? All of that. And I'm on a live stream right now with no makeup on. So obviously I've come to terms with my lack of eyebrows. It is what it is. So you're only stating the obvious. I don't have eyelashes either, really. See, they're very thin. My eyelashes are thin, my eyebrows are thin. And I'm lazy. So at 7 o'clock, I'm going to show you just how lazy I can be. Oh, I think she left because I see a light gone. So she took the light back and she's gone. I think what happens is I trigger some people that are very lazy. I trigger them, because people do this in my life too. My workouts, they come in and they tell me how fat I am and how I shouldn't be a coach and how dare me work out, and you're not even really working out, and those workouts don't work, and you're this and you're that, right? And I'm like, honey, instead of typing during my workout, actually do the workout. And then at the end, when you're panting and sweating on the floor, then tell me who the person that you're going to do one workout, right? You will do one and be sore. So you won't work out the next day. The difference between me and you is I'll be sore and, hallelujah, I will work out the next day and the day after that and the day after that. And when I'm cramping, when I don't feel well, when I feel amazing, when me and my man had an argument, when me and my man are great, when the sky's falling, I'm going to work out. I'm going to stay consistent. But you, Aisha, will find every excuse in the world, including entering a chat of someone you have no idea who they are and talk foolishness rather than work out. So who's lazy? I don't know, me or you? You see how you do that, guys? When things don't apply, you let it fly. That has nothing to do with me. That's her own projection. And that's what happens a lot of times with trolls. They come into your chat projecting their insecurities and the things that they hate about themselves onto you. Don't let them. Okay. Oh, Aisha said she got to go. I will be back. Oh, see, she's gonna come back. She's gonna come back tonight, hopefully. Stay says she can't realize how badly she's exposed. Hi, Destin. How you doing? She said, my thing is, imagine the Black women or girls that are scrolling, watching this, and think that these statements are true for them. Right. They may not be healed or going through some things. Yes, it's a snowball. You're right. You're right, Destin. You're 100% right. And I do talk about that, like, especially like during my workouts and stuff, because I'm like, wow, it doesn't affect me, but someone else that entered the live that wants to work out and sees those chats and sees like the negative comments, and that's what stops them all the time is people saying, wow, you're so fat, or if they've lost 10, 15 pounds already and they're feeling good about themselves and they go to a gym and someone at the gym is like, hey, you know what you should do to lose weight? And that, you know how defeating that could be for someone that's working through their issues? That can be very defeating. Someone that's lost 50 pounds and they finally got up the nerve to go to a gym. And as soon as they enter the gym, someone's like comes up to them and they're like, hey, you want me to give you some tips on weight loss? You don't just walk up to everybody and say that. You're saying that because you're seeing a large body, but you don't know their story. You don't know their story. Like how this girl came in and called me obese. Meanwhile, I've been working out for 8 years. Now, if I didn't come to grips with the fact that I'm a big girl and I'm not going to get skinny, like I'm not trying to be skinny, right? If I haven't healed enough to accept that people are going to make that comment all the time, then that would crumble me because I hear it all the time. And people are like, you don't have mods? Like, get the mods to get these people out of here. And I don't I don't want all of those messages to leave. You know why? Because that's the real world. In the real world, you're gonna have people that clap for you, and you're gonna have people that don't. If you can hear the messages of the people that don't clap for you, and it'll help keep you grounded. Everybody is not gonna be like, "Good job, you're amazing." Everybody's not gonna feel that way. So it could stay. I get it, but I understand what you're saying, Dustin. Destin said it's very sad. I pray for these hateful people and the people being harmed. Exactly. Me too. And I'm like, damn, you never know what somebody's going through. Like, you come in the chat like, oh, you got to be bald. What if I have cancer? Like, God forbid. But what if I had cancer and I wear wigs to make myself feel better? So I'm not reminded that I have cancer all the time. And you talked about my eyebrow. Like, you never know what people have going on. Like, they did that to Black Panther. What's his name? What's Black Panther's name, y'all? Damn. Why can't I remember his name? Oh my God. I see his face. I cannot remember his name. But they did that to him when he was suffering from cancer and he had lost a bunch of weight. People were like, oh, he must, Chadwick, yes. They're like, he must be sick. There must be something wrong with him. You still here, Wicked? Thank you for being here still. I'm about to end the live though, guys. But thank you for still being here. Stay Solo said, got to keep God in your life, so embrace love and feel genuine love. Amen. And people were like talking so negatively about him. Meanwhile, this man is battling cancer. You never know. And it might not be that serious, but you never know what people are going through. You never know what emotional stuff people are going through. And they've just mustered up enough strength to smile. And then your one comment, it could be something that plays over and over in their head. We've got to be careful what we say to people. Justin said, we all have different body types, right? I accept that I will never have a flat stomach or a big butt. Genetics play a huge role. Yes, genetics is just the way your body's made up. I know I come from a family of big women, and it's a triumph for me to be the size I am right now because in my family, the culture, the embedded culture is food. Like we eat. Everybody eat. Everybody can cook too. Like I got aunts that they could throw damn. My grandmother, God rest her soul, on both sides, both of my grandmothers can cook like cook can't cook. Like cook, 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 cook. Like people come to their house to eat. Okay? Oh Lord. Poor Herb. Herb, listen. Yes, I agree with you about discipline, and that's where I'm at now. Like I've gotten a lot more disciplined. However, do you know how they talk about mental health is real? Let me see I can if I can fly this plane. Do you know how they say mental health is real? And they talk a lot about like how your mind has the most power and the most powerful muscle in your body is your brain. So while I understand what you're saying about discipline, and that's factual for most people, do you notice how like some people are more susceptible to substance abuse? Like two people could drink alcohol in college to excess. One person after college they clean up, they only drink a glass of wine every once in a while before bed, and that's it. The other person can't stop drinking. Same behavior, two totally different outcomes, right? Same thing with food. There is some type of mental connection that some people have to food that other people don't have. So while it'll be easy for someone else to abstain and back away from the table after they eat a small amount, somebody else won't have that same ability. Same with like a substance abuse addiction, right? So the only problem is when you're addicted to something like food, you can't not eat anymore. If you're addicted to alcohol, if you're addicted to any other substance, once you go to rehab, you stop the substance and you won't have it anymore. And you can still live your a full, rich, beautiful life. The problem with having a food addiction is you still have to eat. So you have to learn how to eat without triggering your addiction. You understand? I really want people to understand that it's not just they just eating because they want to eat. It's the same thing like when someone has an addiction and they can't just stop. Same, except with food, you have to eat. It's not like you can just stop eating for the rest of your life. You still have to eat. So now you got to do the thing. You have to use the thing that you're addicted to in a different way. That's difficult to do. That's difficult to do for the rest of your life without any trigger setting you off and sending you back on a binge. We gonna eat together, Wicked? Justin said, I can get a small stomach, just not flat. Right. What's FBA B1? What does that mean? The love handle stay right. I feel you. Oops, I mean to hide that message. Why did it do that? My bad. Maybe it'll come back. Did it come back now? I have 3 kids now, and the mommy belly will not go, and neither will that loose skin. No, it won't. The only way it'll go is if you get it removed. What's this? Killmonger. I was just talking about Black Panther. As long as that stomach don't stick out more than that butt, you will be good. That's what we call a booty do. When your stomach stick out more than your booty do. Herb said, I hear you, but overall you have to eat, but change with. Yes, you do have to change what you're eating. But that's just like telling a person that used to smoke cigarettes, okay, you have to stop smoking. They have to quit altogether. They can't just change what they're smoking. That's, you know what I mean? They're still going to have that addiction to nicotine. So food, you still have that addiction to food. So changing what you eat, that'll work for a time, right? But then when you're triggered by a life event, when you are super stressed and the way that you used to cope with your stress was food, now you have to learn how to still be able to eat what you need to live without going overboard, without going back into your binge. And that takes years to perfect. And it's very hard for people to understand that if they don't have that experience. You understand? Killmonger said, wow, never looked at it from that point of view. Yeah. Yes, Herb, we see you. Like the chat isn't moving that fast, baby. I love these lunchtime lives when it's just a few folks and we just have a good conversation. I really love that. I really appreciate everybody that hung out with me for all this time. I really appreciate y'all so much. But this is something to think about, guys. It's not an excuse for behavior, it's just an explanation. Those are two different things. Like a food addiction is a wicked beast. You too, Destin. Enjoy your day. Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate you. Have a great day. It's really a tough thing to deal with when food becomes your friend. You know what I mean? And anybody that had that situation understands. I definitely suffer from food. I did. I mean, I guess I have to say I'm still an addict, right? But I've learned how to eat better. I used to eat in secret a lot when I was younger. Herb says, I'm trying to eat to live. I have always been in shape and I was an athlete. Stress and age hit us all. I'm 45, but I need to be disciplined to stay alive. Yes. And I agree with you. And I'm totally on that wave. But I think what sets me apart as when I'm a fitness coach or as a fitness coach is I also understand food addiction. I understand what it's like to be plus size and entering into a fitness space. So that's I can speak about it from that angle too. I'm definitely all about discipline because I'm pretty damn disciplined to do what I do. But and I understand that we're all fighting for our life, especially as we get older and we're in our 40s. We've got to fight like hell to keep this weight off, to keep the weight down, um, and be at a realistic, maintainable weight. Self-sustained or self-sustainable weight. So I totally understand that. Ah, Wicked. How old are you, Wicked? Wicked said, only fitness I do is fit in this pizza in my mouth. How old are you, Wicked? Because I need you. You're going to have to start working out if you're going to be a part of the coaches committee. We take care of ourselves over here. Oh, my neck really is bugging. Ooh. 30. Wicked, you getting up there. Before you know it, you'll be 45. It's quick. I'm telling you, that's those 10 years between 35 and 45. It go like this. Because I'm about to be 47. I still can't believe it. I remember when I turned 40. Oh my God. I turned 40 the same year I got married. My baby. I was 39 when we got married, and then a few weeks later, it was my 40th birthday. Wicked, I totally will. Come to class. Class is at 7. Tonight we're doing upper body. Oh. Ooh. And now I'm about to be 47. So I've been married for 7 years this year. Well, next year, January. Wow. That was 7 years ago. It still feels like just yesterday when we were going to buy our stuff. But then at the same time, it does feel like a long time ago. It's interesting. Time is interesting. But anyway, guys, I'm going to end the live here. Yes, years go by quick. So that's what I'm saying to you, Wicked. You got to get on it. Oh, I like this. Me covered up, I can sit back without people staring at my tunes. And you see how the chat stopped with the foolishness? All right, love. So I'm going to head out and I will be back tonight at 7 o'clock. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. And if you want to work out with me and you don't want to forget, go into the live tab on my main channel. Go under the live tab. When you go under the live tab, you'll see the workout for tonight. It says lower body workout with Coach Mean Reen. Click on that live and click the notify me button. That sounds like a lot of steps, but it's not really that many. And that way you'll get notified about half an hour before the workout and then right when I start the class. Okay? So I hope that I see you guys later. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and I thank you so much for watching. Catch you on the next one, guys. Bye.